Okay, so I'm gonna try to vlog this, but I have no clue how this is really gonna go because my storage is so low. But I just went to a cafe that I'll hopefully be frequenting a lot. I was there for about 3 hours. I went through and made up a to-do list for friend group stuff, a complete to-do list, worked on a character for a role-playing game, and wrote a postcard, and listened through 3 different albums. I listened through Leve's new album, through Hayley Williams' album, and through most of, not all, it's quite muddy right here. Okay, sorry about that, just wanted to find my footing, and through most of Toa Bird's old album. So yeah, I didn't really look at price. I sort of looked at prices before I bought my stuff, and after tip I did end up spending about $20, which is kind of horrendous. So in the future I will hopefully be spending Okay, pals, we are gonna try to get back into vlogging. I am in my car for the first time, well, the second time, but the first time to actually drive it since I have been back in the United States. I will maybe do some sort of little car tour later after we assess if this is even something that can run reliably. I'm going to go drop off some trash, go to the store to pick up a few things, and maybe drop off some donations and maybe run inside the thrift store as a little treat. So we'll just see how this goes. So I would call that a successful drive. Car was a little weird, but nothing out of the ordinary that it used to do. Maybe I shouldn't vlog in a parking lot. Okay. And it felt a little weird with my knee, but nothing terrible, and something I think that I just need to get used to. So, yippee! I am currently at Meijer. I don't know if we're going to manage to find a sign to show you, which is honestly my baby whenever it comes to grocery stores in comparison to like Kroger or Walmart or whatever. Although I do love Aldi and I think I'll be getting back on the Aldi kick. But this one is just in a good spot to go to. Aldi's would have been a bit harder drive for my first time. I should debatably re-download the rewards app, would be a good idea. So I probably will be doing that. Here's a little flip around on the camera. So big, so huge. Let's do this. I saw one other brand of veggie dogs, but they were $9.99, so I didn't want to get them. But I low-key want hot dogs. But sausages don't sound good. Because this all just looks like meat. Okay. If you want to see if this is not actually, but I probably will eventually be getting P3 packs. The Hillshire ones are pretty good too. And then Cursed Lunchables. Maybe we'll check the frozen aisle. That's cool. This is also the first time I've been back into the grocery store since I came here. So lots of adventures. See burgers so far. He didn't shut the door all the way. Here's breakfast sausage links. I don't think I see like hot dogs. Disappointing. Can't film everything, so maybe a little patchwork-y with what information you're getting or videos. But here's a little on the haul. I ended up just going with some veggie burgers, and we're just gonna go with that. Taylor Swift is playing. Actually 22. Isn't that fun? Terrifying. We are moving away from the food section, and I am now on the hunt for dirt, cat litter, new Polaroid film, and a new agenda. Oh look, here's some school supplies. Oh look, there's agendas. I get quite picky about what I want, but it's very essential that I have one because it helps. It's so nice to have something physical for me because I already have a digital version. But let's look for a little physical agenda that I can keep with me for the next year, because we'll just get like a school year one because that's basically the time that I'm going to be here. This stamp one is so cute. That one's so precious. It does not meet what I want out of an agenda. I did not find one because actually only a few of those were planners. But there is actually Barnes & Noble next door, I just remembered. And so I'm gonna go there quickly and check and see. If I don't find one, then it'll be okay and I'll look another time. But yeah. And I actually haven't gotten this kind before, so we're gonna get some sprinkles. The United States has also been a fun game of, hey, I don't actually remember what anything cost or what is reasonable. If I remember correctly, these Polaroid films used to be like $10 basically, so it was like $1 per picture. I picked this up without even checking the price. This one is $25. That is more than it should be. And the others are $16, which is also a crazy amount. I will probably hold off and wait and run to Walmart also some point and see what I think of those prices. And if they're also expensive, then I'll just get at Walmart. But what? A very important pause is a Chappell Roan activity book. Have to go through all these and see what I want. And I think I might skip going into Goodwill. But I'll still drop off the clothes. And there's also all of those to look over if I don't find a dated one that I like. I have reorganized my schedule today in a bit of chaos, and so I finished up with some of my studying, but I still have more to do later. And I was gonna go to the bank before we go to Agri Park, but now that's gonna happen after. But it's all good. We're just chilling. I thought I would do a little fit check before I go. So I'm gonna go to the Agri Park to pick some produce, some sunflowers, and snacking peppers, and basil is the plan, hopefully, and to deposit some money into my bank account that I've been holding on to. But I have little bee earrings from Beba, and a tank top that I got at H&M in Germany, and then this skirt that I've had for ages. It's from Francesca's. I also have my Uniqlo bag, which I just went and redid all the pins on finally, which is very exciting. Plus the 2 carabiners full of stuff, my car keys and everything. My skirt's probably gonna unbutton, but also I have my tennis shoes on and some socks from Juju. And I have my old Dockville bracelet still on because I'm gonna keep it on as long as I can, which means I will be taking it off Saturday morning before I go to work. I also have some purple mascara on and my hair in little buns with some hair clips. So let's go to the Agri Park. Just spoke to a very nice guy, got my bucket, got some scissors to cut the sunflowers. He said that they're actually wilting already. So last year there was a limit of like 1 or 2 per person, but instead I can get as many as I want. But only 5 snack peppers, which is a bit sad, but that's okay. So we're gonna go and try to find the 5 best snack peppers I can, and still some basil, and yeah, as many sunflowers as I want. There's a lot of these like purple ones, which I've never, they like start red, orange, and turn to purple, but I've never really seen purple before. But here they are, all these pretty little bushes. This is the 2 I've chosen so far. I'm back. Here's a little update on my haul. I picked one pepper that I'm not too proud of, but I was gonna feel bad if I left it, so I took it. Hopefully it'll still be good. I ended up getting like a yellow one and 2 red ones, but one of the red ones is still a bit green, and then 2 purple ones, but one of the purple ones is still a bit red. And then I also have my basil. So the plan is to eat that with some of the tomatoes, but also to eat it with some of the spaghetti. So I'm on my way to the sunflower patch now. This is debatably the hardest hunt for stuff so far, and I thought the snacking peppers were hard because they really are wilting. So many of them. So there's really not that many that are nice. I've walked literally into the sunflower patch. I'm still not having the best of luck, but that's okay. It's still fun. They also have some animals out there. You can see there's some sheep, and they have like a cow and things over there. But I don't really have the time, and I probably shouldn't. But that's very cute too. Mission complete. I also got 2 tomatoes and 2 peppers, and I got 2 more snack peppers. They had some different mix of peppers, but I picked snack ones. And now I'm gonna run to the bank. I'll go home, do some more studying and scholarship stuff, and bake some brownies. So I'll probably film while I do that, hopefully, and then finish off the little vlog. We are going to do a bit of baking now. I was going to bake muffins Friday morning, but it's Thursday, and I figure I'd just go ahead and bake them since I'm going to bake the brownies. I already have quite a few things set up, and also I'd like to say I know this is probably not going to look that appealing. I am aware. It's all like pre-made mixes just because I haven't been able to mess with getting ingredients and things like that. So that's part of the reason. The muffins stay pretty white, but I've had them and they're good. I went ahead and put some muffin liners in. I know the last batch made 6, so I put 6 in. I did purple last time, but I thought teal would be fun. I need to melt this butter for the brownies. That's a lot of butter, I feel like, but it said use oil, but we don't actually have cooking oil anymore. So instead we're going to be using butter, and instead of water also we're going to use milk to make it better. I will be using just regular milk. We have oat milk, but I'm trying to save that for stuff where I feel like it matters more. But this is the mix for the muffins. So it's pretty simple, it's pretty quick, and then after that we'll start on the brownie mix, which is a bit more difficult. But should be fun. We are gonna do this. Look at the Fahrenheit. Not be amusing to any of my friends in United States who are watching. But hey, it's amusing to be able to look at an oven again and say, I don't have to convert first to what number to put this on. I feel like I don't have much to say about this clip, but I hope you enjoyed the old Taylor Swift calendar and very old baking pan. It has seen some things, but it still works great. Going to put the muffins in. I think I did a pretty decent job of making it even. And cleaning out the bowl. I got a little dirty, but I washed it off. So, with my vlogs, I'm very much hoping
to be inspired by and kind of attempt to get the vibes of a Meredith Stepien vlog. Their videos are on YouTube. It's also very like cozy is a word they use a lot, and it's just taking along throughout their week and different hobbies they have or errands they're running. So hopefully that's kind of what you'll get with my videos too.
It's time to take the muffins out. I could test them, but just from looking at them, I think they look pretty done. They turned out a little bit better than the last ones even. Which is pretty perfect timing, because I just finished up the brownie. It has different times based on the size of the bowl and what type of bowl it is. Bro, I don't know. This is just gonna go in there and we're just gonna have to check it a bunch. Bro, I was doing so well. I was trying to flip around which dishes I was doing, and then I dropped this and broke it. At least the glass bowls didn't break, I guess. Also, my music stopped. This is so sad. I have not been home that long and I've managed to break a dish, which is not that surprising, but I didn't break a dish while I was in Germany.